Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. Here is today's layout featuring the October 2019 Kiwi Club kit called Gather Home and Matthew Boulevard borders. So for this kit, I wanted to feature these field trip pictures of my lovely little cousin, and which I've been working on her scrapbook since she was born, and I'm so excited to now be able to start working on her little sisters, who is due to arrive in October. So look for baby layouts in the future, as well as big sister layouts for Leonie's scrapbook. So I'm using my Matthew Boulevard template, and if you put them together like this, it makes it so much easier. You only got to do one cut. You also waste less paper. So I'm just tracing out the one side, and then I'm just going to draw my line, and that will create two corresponding borders that will, they can work together, or in my case, I will be using them on opposite pages. So I am using my Tim Holtz large shears, and I love these for like the big cuts because you just zip through them, you cut real quick, and they are actually excellent scissors. I absolutely love them. I'm actually planning on buying a second set because with COVID-19, I've been making masks and none of my fabric shears seem to want to work. So I had to use these for cutting fabric. So I need a second set because, you don't mix your scissors with paper and fabric or any of that kind of stuff. Here I'm using another template from Matthew Boulevard, and this will be the second border that I use on this layout. And I really enjoyed this kit. I created it back in October when we got the kit, but because soon after creating this layout, I was packing up my craft room because we were moving. I really didn't have a chance to upload it or even get to voice over it. So I apologize if there's parts of it that I don't remember what I did. Again, it's now April, and I created this layout back in October, if maybe even early November. I'm thinking it was late October though. So I'm inking my edges with my Tim Holtz Distress ink in the Hickory Smoke, which is my favorite color. And I am going to cut I think that's about half an inch strips of paper to create these little borders here for to connect my two borders together so that they don't just, I don't know, I feel like they look kind of plain like that. So as you can see, that is what my layouts are going to look like, or how they're going to be laying. And I believe that was espresso that I just showed you. Maybe walnut stain. I'm not Grand Espresso or walnut stain. I'm not exactly sure which brown I picked there. That came up kind of quick, and I'm actually watching this video as I voice over it for the first time since creating it and editing it back in October-ish. So here I'm just trying to figure out in which directions I want my blue versus my my pattern papers there. And here I'm going to show you how to make the pumpkins, and I made them a little bit on the 3D side. So I'm going to cut out two. Well, the first one's a full, and then the second one I'm just cutting out the center, or making a center portion by tracing the two edges and like basically lining them up. I think I will be showing it to you again. Excuse me. So by doing this, you create a little three-dimensional feature in on your page, and I love how it looks. It looks so realistic, as realistic as a paper pumpkin can be. But it's a really easy, very simple way to create some talking points to your layout. So I'm trimming this all up. I'm going to ink the edges again, and hopefully definitely use a brown. Not sure which one, but I'm thinking it's walnut stain. No, it's Vintage Photo. Vintage Photo is the winner. And now what I do is I pop up the center of that little round one that I created, and I'm using some fun foam. And I know people have asked me before why I use fun foam. Doesn't that, like damage my pictures, or, it's not photo safe, or, honestly, I've been using it for years and my pictures are fine. In order for you to create an archival type of museum piece, you would be crafting with gloves, as well as in certain light. Wouldn't be your typical scrapbooking in your living room. I have scrapbooked for about 12 to 15 years, and all my scrapbook pages look exactly the same way as they did the day I made them, with an exception of something popping off, like maybe the glue. I didn't use, at first I was using glue sticks, those type of things. Definitely have made a difference. But as far as fading or my papers or my ephemera or any of that stuff falling apart, or or looking tattered or aging, nothing has changed. Everything looks great. And maybe one day I'll do a flip through of one of my oldest scrapbooks, so that you can see the complete different approaches that I have, how my scrapbooking has changed over the years. So here is, I'm cutting out the gourd, and I'm not really doing much to the gourd. I'm just going to ink the edges and pop it up, and I'm going to create 2 clusters with my pumpkins and the gourds. So I do use a different color scrap of paper, and this one comes in the kit. It's like a greenish color, just so I could differentiate where the gourd is and the stem, and it gives it a little bit of interest. I'm cutting out this leaf, which also came in the kit. And this kit actually came with quite a few pieces. It has the gourd, 2 leaves, and an apple pie. I'm not sure where I got the pumpkin one from. Perhaps it was, actually I could tell you right now. Let's see. I thought it was from this kit, but no, it was an a la carte. I don't know if it's still available, but definitely, I want to say it was one of the first things that I purchased from Kiwi Lane. So I just want to touch base that Kiwi Lane has gone through a lot of changes. I'm still trying to understand the changes. I am not very good at listening or watching long-winded YouTube videos or Facebook Live videos. So I have no idea what's going on. All I know is they have changed their platform. They're changing a lot of things. At first I was thinking I was not going to continue on as an instructor, or now we're called creative partner, but I really like the product. I believe in the product. I believe in what they stand for, and that was my reasoning to continue on. Although it's been a little difficult right now in the last couple of months with everything going on in my life and my family's life. If you watch my last video, which I'm going to link here, maybe not here, maybe at the end, I do explain a little bit of what has been going on. And so I really haven't kept up with my Kiwi lane, my customers, and even creating. That's been, especially now with everything that's going on, I feel a little out of sorts. So I'm trying my best to get back into the swing of things. My shop link has changed, so I will link it down below. And if you don't have a Kiwi Lane person, I guess I'll call myself that, a Kiwi Lane person, you're more than welcome to join. Even if you don't purchase anything, you can set up an account and at least get the emails and information of what's going on, what sales are going on. Right now I know they have a big sale, and it is the second anniversary of the Kit Club. So if you were looking for the first kits, which were probably their biggest requests for people had it, they wanted these kits. It was the, let's see, it was the June 2018 and the July 2018 kits. If you are interested in either one of those kits, you can purchase them. It's a limited pre-sale, so you basically have until it's April 9th through the 14th, started yesterday. You will receive these kits. They're estimated to ship by July 27th. Yes, that sounds far away, but you have to understand, with everything going on, production's taking a little longer, and shipping, and I just guess they don't want to give you the wrong information and give you an early date and then not happen, have any type of delays. So you just saw me cut out 2 tags from the tags shapes, and I love using tags because these work as great hidden journaling. I will be using, as you can see, that We Are Memory Keepers little punch, and it makes those little circles that you would use on a I forgot what they're called. The word is right at the tip of my tongue. I know it starts with an R, but reinforcers, that's it. Page reinforcers. And so I'm inking them up, and I'm using my art glitter glue. I'm going to glue it down, and then using just a normal hole puncher, I just punch my hole in the middle. And can I just say, I miss my nails. I haven't had my nails done in months, and just when I was gonna go back to getting my nails done, all the nail salons closed because of COVID. So I is all I can say. My nails are scary. So with these 2 tags, and once, as you can see, I've already kind of put my layout together. I'm going to start gluing down my pictures. I'm going to create a little pocket behind that this picture right here. And after I glued it down, I was like, ugh, that's not what I wanted to do. Or maybe it is what I wanted to do. I'm not even sure yet. Yeah, see, I'm using my eraser, and then I said, oh, this is not working. So I'm just going to peel off the white cardstock that I used to back my photo and put on a new one. And then I'm going to show you how I create my little hidden journaling, which I have spoken about before. An easy way of doing it is just making a pocket behind something, behind a photo, behind, you know, basically anything. So this layout really came together quick. I thought it was the perfect papers collection for this field trip. It was a field trip to a petting zoo or farm where they went pumpkin picking, and they got to pet the animals and feed the goats. And I am using some I don't remember what this is called. It's very strong adhesive tape. It's double-sided, and you can purchase it just about anywhere. And I'm just brandishing with my bone folder just to make sure that I have a nice adhesion to the back of that photo. So as you can see, I just only put adhesive on 3 sides. And I'm now trying to place my gourds and my pumpkins. Excuse me. It's kind of crazy. Not only is it, we're in full swing and with COVID here in New Jersey, but it's also allergy season. So it's like every time I sneeze or I cough, everyone looks at me funny. So yeah, so sorry about that. So now I'm adhering everything down. I'm just going to create a little cluster here. And I really love how this layout came out. I love the colors on this kit. And the only thing I end up, other than the pumpkin that I end up using that, oh, and the tags, is I use some thickers for my title, but the buttons also came in the kit. I'm using some 3M, I think that's like poster matting tape. I buy it at Home Depot because that's usually the cheapest where I've found it, and it works perfectly. And it's also made by 3M. It's a huge roll. I'm pretty down to getting close to the end of it. So now I'm going to adhere my buttons, and I think I'm just going to do one on each side, kind of to ground and give a little interest to my little cluster there. And now I'm going to start working on the right side of my page, inking my leaves, and I'm going to start placing my pictures and try to figure out how I want to place them. And I think that this is going to be definitely my 3 pictures. And if you look at the placement of my pictures, I try to put my pictures facing whatever direction my subject is. So if I try to have them face into the page, not out of the page. So that picture in my hand right now, that she's feeding the little goat, obviously she's facing to the right of the page. So I'm going to I wouldn't put her at the top left corner because then she'd be looking off the page. So, you know, when you're creating a layout, think about that. It definitely makes it visually, I don't know, more interesting. And you definitely, those are little things that I try to, you know, keep in mind which way my subject is facing. For example, if you look at that top picture in the middle, she's facing straight forward, so I put her in the middle. the one that I'm gluing down now, they're facing, you know, away from the camera. You can't see their faces, so I'm okay with putting it on that right corner. So yeah, so that is where we're getting very close to the end of this video. Sorry that it's a little longer than usual, but definitely it was a fun layout to create. If you need any info or are looking for any Kiwi Lane information, you know, you're more than welcome to send me a private message, or you can comment below. All my info is in my description. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, basically all the media outlets, or social media rather, not media, social media outlets. So as I glue my buttons down, and I do use a wet glue because that way I know that they're nice and stuck down, I will be using some Heidi Swap color, gold color shine. I don't know if I'll be doing that on camera or off camera, but I did use a Title Field Trip, and that's like a wood grain with a gold outline, a gold glitter outline, and I thought it was like stood out, and it was like perfect for this layout. I was hoping to use a navy blue, but I didn't have dark blue. They weren't the right blue, so I went with this color, and I'm happy I did. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. If you like what you watched, please like and subscribe. You will see close-ups to this layout at the end of the video, as well as links to other videos that might inspire you. If you have any comments, or if there's anything that you'd want to see in future videos, leave me a comment below. I really love reading them, and I read all of them. Let's see, what's the last thing I'm doing? I'm adding some enamel dots, and this is from, I want to say, an April 2019 kit. And the colors match perfectly. So, yeah, that's basically my layout right there. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, still doing stuff. So anyway, thank you again for watching. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon.